Hello everybody, welcome to the Rhódania Chronicles right here on QuestJunkiesUK. Say hi guys.
Hi guys.
Oh, we are very, very excited and happy for today's session. This is going to be a bit of a milestone really. Session 8 of this campaign, our first big encounter. And if you've watched any of the other streams before, you'll know why that's particularly special. We'll get into that in just a minute. But let's get our quick introductions out of the way, hopefully quicker than usual, because I tend to ramble on like a bit of a knobhead. So let's get straight into it. So first things first, a big thank you and some love to our dear friends at Syrinscape for allowing us to use their audio platform for all their audible goodness, whether it be ambience, sound effects, beautiful music. They have the platform to enhance your tabletop role-playing games. So go to the link in the chat, sign up for a 30-day free trial, I believe it is. You can be a Super Siren subscriber, like myself, and have access to over 1,000 different ambiences, musics, etc., to enhance your games. So go ahead and do that, and be a Super Siren like us. But we don't all just use Syrinscape's catalogue, no, because they allow you to import your own sounds. That allows us to support independent music creators such as Travis Savoy, Michael Gelfi, Hunter Rogerson, Tabletop Audio, The Seventh Midnight, and Mr. Scott Lee. Big love and thanks to all those wonderful creators. It also means that I can also take advantage of the fact that a lot of video game soundtracks don't give you copyright strikes when streaming online, so there may be some video game music here and there as well, especially if there's some sort of big battle. Maybe those of you with keen ears may pick out some particular things. All stuff to look forward to. So from there, a big thank you and lots of love for Miss Aviva for her incredible character art, which you see on the screen right now. These wonderful faces were designed in collaboration with our wonderful players. And yes, it's all rather beautiful. Look at those faces. Look at those murderable faces. No, it's fine. It's fine. Rawr. Yes. Also, the particular special thing about tonight, as it is our first boss encounter, do we use virtual tabletops? Hell no! This is special! It's time to break out the minis. So that is what we will be doing. Big thanks to my dear friends, Super Denny Brothers. You can check out the link to their Etsy store in the chat. They printed the ever fabulous minis of our wonderful characters and some other stuff which I painted in secret. The minis were painted on stream, as I will do anytime I get some new ones, as long as they're not going to be spoilers. So keep an eye out for any future streams, and big thanks to them for helping me print these wonderful characters. From there, if you want to be the first amongst the first to see all our latest announcements and such, we have quite a lot coming over the coming weeks and months. We've just recently announced a potential honey heist stream, a Rhodanian honey heist, which we're looking forward to doing. That's going to be super duper chaos. Go ahead and use the link in the chat to join our Discord, where you can be amongst the first to hear about everything and anything. You can also see a lot of the art that Pat Toons does after each session. There is a little... There's a little channel called Pat Prompts where you can make requests for specific scenes in the sessions that you want to see brought to artistic life. So go ahead and check that out, amongst all the other beautiful good stuff there. Moving on from there, we have a merch store. It has probably too many t-shirt designs, but I'm addicted. I cannot stop designing them. So you can use that link in the chat to go and get some. You can see some of our lovely players are battling their blurry backgrounds to to show off their designs. We have Keep Calm and Eat Muffins. We have Feronia's Wild Brew and Yellow, apparently.
I'm proud of that one.
That was really good. Yeah. Hey, welcome, Class Hero.
My muffin is drying. My t-shirt. Sorry.
Yeah.
No,
mine's always drying the muffins. You know, this was a PG-13 stream till you said that. Now we're screwed. QuestJunkies has officially been demonetized.
Very nice.
Oh dear. But yes, go and get yourself some wonderful merch over there. If you can't stay tonight, you can only just stop by, but you really want to see what happens, there's a link in the chat to our YouTube where all the VODs are going to be uploaded. This one might be a little bit delayed compared to usual, but you know me, I forfeit sleep to get these VODs up for you guys to enjoy, so it'll be up there really soon. Don't you worry, I will make it happen. So big love to everyone in the VOD squad, as questjunkies always calls it, who cannot join us live but do keep up with the sessions. I think that's about it for introductions. So before we get into tonight's chaos, we should probably set the scene. So what happened over the last few sessions? Well, before we do that, let's go around the table and meet our players, meet their characters, and let's learn one interesting fact about each character. In fact, this is not the right music for that. Let me just, here we go. Fitting, because we're going to start with Mai. Who are you playing? And who are you? And give us an interesting fact about Rhódania.
Hello, my name is Mai, aka Mai the Pirate. I'm playing Rhódania, who is a Circle of Stars Felix Druid. I can't think of a fact right now because my brain is farting. I don't know. Rhódania's favorite muffin flavor is apple and cinnamon.
Ooh.
Something Rhódania and I have in common.
Ooh. Hey, thank you for following. Hey, it's AJ Omega. Welcome on in. You're just in time. We're just getting started. All right. That was unexpected. I shall make a note of that. Thank you. And thank you, Drow Trevi, for following as well. Amazing. Welcome on in. I hope I said your name right. I'm not good at stream names. Moving swiftly on. Connell.
Hello, I am Patrick, aka Padtunes. Sometimes I draw art, but Monday nights I play Connell McGinnisy, Earth Genasi Runite Fighter. Connell's random fact for this week, I think, piggybacking off Mai's, his favorite muffin flavor is Rocky Road. I don't know if you can get Rocky Road muffins, but I'm rolling with it.
You can now. It's canon.
Rocking and rolling with it.
That's right.
Rock and or roll. Amazing. From there, we go over to Bob.
Hi, I'm Kyle. I play Bob. Bob is a dramaturgy wizard from a different world. And fun fact about Bob, his favorite type of muffin is it's actually also apple cinnamon, but he likes the kind that has like the little crunchy bits on top, you know, like all of that. And I realized that I have not mentioned this before, like on stream. Apparently there is, you can use your channel points here on QuestJunkiesUK to get a Bob talk.
You certainly can.
Yeah, whatever is happening or any topic that you want, Bob will go on a diatribe about the topic. So
that's going to make initiative really interesting. That is very true. Thank you for reminding our lovely audience about the channel point redemptions. Okay, thank you. Moving on, Reich.
Hello, I'm Bridget. I play Frake, the Way of the Long Death monk, Shatterkai, edgy mom friend. Fun fact, Frake spent time working with and caring for stable horses in order to overcome her fear of social interaction. And clearly, it's worked out great. I mean, there have been no major social faux pas that she's aware of, so I think it worked out brilliantly.
Amazing. Wow. I love it. Thank you very, very much. And then last but never least, Reese.
Hi everyone, my name is Wyatt. I play Reese. Not his real name though, as we have learned in our previous little session. Yeah, but that's not my fun fact. No, my fun fact is Reese is 5'4".
5'4"? That's shorter than I thought. A lot.
He's only
shorter.
2 inches taller than me IRL. That's so funny.
I need to make a note of that.
Reese is tiny.
Small boy.
Not tiny. He's
Small king. Short king.
Short king. Yeah,
Wait, so who's the tallest? Is Connell the tallest or is Frank?
I think Frank is.
I
6 foot, I think.
Let me double check that.
think it's probably Connell, but not by much.
We've got height wars
think-
going on now.
I think I had her at 6'1".
Oh,
Yeah, around there.
Because I thought that Reese was about 5'9", because I thought like Reese and Frike were fairly similar in height, but 5'4" is like much different. That completely changes my understanding.
Yeah, Reese is much smaller than 5'9". I'm
And
5'9". Reese
Grim
is-
Samson in the chat says Reese and Brim were made for each other. Small boy, squad hype. I mean, Reese is 5'4", Brim is 1.5 feet, so there's a slight difference. But, I mean, if you want to see what Brim looks like, there he is. Our small boy, drawn by the lovely Pattoons. I have to keep him in the overlay for whenever he pops up. Because he's very important, you see. Yes, he is. And hopefully he survives, because...
I'm pretty sure those shadows under his eyes keep getting like darker every session. Like he's just not getting any sleep. Poor guy.
Poor wee guy.
That's for every soldier he's seen getting killed in the war.
Speaking of shadows,
Ooh.
I'm
Oh.
so anxious about this.
over the last week or so, this group of heroes, one of which has just redeemed a wild magic search. Thank you for that.
Oh, shit.
I will use that at a time of my choosing.
Well,
Terrible.
Thank you for following, Miss Binks. We're just about to get underway. So, over the last week or so, in-game time, this group of adventurers have come together, drawn together by the fates, the threads of destiny and fate, aboard a skyship headed towards a gigantic tree that has appeared from another world around about 8 years ago during a worldwide event known as the Great Reconvergence. The group is heading there on a quest of aid as the inhabitants of Roshen's Rise had initially closed off all communication with the outside world for fear of what this new world would bring, until eventually they were attacked by some sort of shadow. And upon arrival, after a few hijinks, should we say hijinks? I think that is a term. Eventually the group arrived and met some of the inhabitants and learned of a dancer of shadows, some sort of shadow creature of unknown origin that lures its victims in and apparently dances and takes their eyes or does something. Only one survivor has returned to this village, and they speak in riddles, in confused gobbledygook, talking about not having their vision so that they could see, and complimenting all the dancing, and very confusing. But still, while the group was here, Rhódania had a bit of a memory awakening of sorts, where she discovered that before the reconvergence, Roshen's Rise may have potentially been her original home in the Feywild, which she had no idea about, but has been having these visions which seem to be memories, where she's witnessed herself as a child with some maternal figure. And there was even mention of being a princess? A lot to take in a short space of time. We also had a chance encounter between Rhys and some sort of spirit of the moon in a meditation pool after a prayer from a confused, maybe broken heart in some ways, looking for direction, purpose. A very short and brief encounter, but one that I think probably left its mark. Certainly left its mark on Rhys's flute, as there is now an engraving that glows of a crescent moon, leaving Rhys to speculate his own beliefs. There was also the introduction of everybody's favourite NPC, Brim Smallboy, who, you know, I won't lie, was made up on the spot, but now the group want to adopt him, which is fine. They're welcome to try. Unbeknownst to Brim, he has been brought into potential danger as the group began tracking down this so-called Dancer of Shadows, laying out a trap to lure it into a space where they could contain it and deal with it. And around about this time, they noticed colour leaving all the forests surrounding. A very strange effect, but only it didn't affect them, just their surroundings. And as they investigated, something happened. We had Brim, Connell, Frike, and Rhys, all seemingly under some sort of trance, maybe? But began walking down a path that appeared out of nowhere, seemingly locked out away from everything else. And as Feronia and Bob looked on, they saw the landscape change around them, and down the path ahead of them, a Dancer of Shadows began to approach. And as they prepared for what came next, it lunged forward at them as everybody's vision goes black. Only for maybe 5 seconds. But as your vision begins to return to you all, those of you that were seemingly under a spell of sorts are able to shake it off. And you look on and see that you are not where you were before. No, you are elsewhere. You look around you and you are still in a forest. But again, the colour is all gone. There are hints of green here and there. But this forest does not look healthy like the other did. This looks like not so much dying, but like it was dying and then it was frozen in time almost. And as you take in your surroundings, you see stone monuments or remains of monuments crumbled around you. And then you look ahead and you see a platform glowing a purple energy. At the top of it, you see this Dancer of Shadows, no longer abnormally tall, with abnormally large limbs, but the same size as the majority of you. Stood waiting, tendrils of shadow at her feet. To either side, you see what look like coil tendrils of rock burrowed out of the ground. And also what appears to be two spectral-like figures on either side. This is probably the strangest thing you've ever seen before. Apart from Frike. Frike, make me a quick history check if you would be so kind.
All right. Eight.
8. Okay. Even with an 8, you can't recall the specific purpose of a place like this. Certainly not at first. But you have seen it before. And you look at the stone platforms around you, and then you look ahead again. And you look at this shadow, this dancer of shadows. And you see its form change slightly. And the face actually morphs and matches yours. And then it hits you. This is a prey cage. Now, prey cages are used to trap prey in a dimensional pocket outside of a normal realm of existence. But this revelation hits you, Frike, as you realize that prey cages only exist in one place in all the worlds. As you realize that the only logical explanation for this is that you're all in the Shadowfell. So, as you all stand in front of this platform, I'm going to go ahead and reveal the map to you.
Oh dear.
There we go. I'll give you a minute to
Dora has been
look that over.
Milady.
Oh.
That's cool.
Ooh.
Oh my god, yeah.
This is what we do on here. We use real minis and a real battle map. So, I will point out, actually, just before we continue, that I don't have a mini for Brim. So I have a tiny little gnome boy, which is this guy here. That's going to work as Brim for now until I get an official Brim mini. I mean, he has to survive this first.
Patch,
Yes.
don't jinx it. Don't
I
dare.
jinx
Protect
nothing.
the boy. Protect the Brim.
I'm sure he's going to be fine. So, as you see these figures all stood before you, you all have high enough passive perception to see that they're all staring at Frike. What would you do?
I think Craig, like this, all of this dawning on her, would take a look around and maybe take several quick, agonized breaths before she just says, "Home. I'm home." Loud enough that everyone can hear. This is my home.
And those are your family?
She would just relay what she knows about the prey cage and just says, be very careful here. Don't trip the boundaries of the cage.
Where are the
Bob?
boundaries?
Question, would I be able to determine the boundaries?
So as you look around you, you see that there is a tree line around you. But beyond that, there is just walls of fog, dark fog, that go as high as you can see. Because the way that prey cages work is they will mask themselves as an area very similar to where the target is.
Then, okay. I think she would say either we're right up against the boundaries or we've already passed through them. I can't say for sure.
Well, I'm just staying away from the cages in general. I'll just yeah.
Brim speaks up around about this time. He actually tugs on Bob's pant leg. Says, "Are we lost? Maybe we ask these people for directions? Maybe?"
But I'm gonna sort of pat him on the head, just make sure he's fine. First, we do need to find out if everyone's all right. It's the first thing we used to do. Frank, Colonel, Reese, you were all acting very strange just a moment ago. Are you back to yourselves?
Yes.
I think so.
Maybe.
That doesn't sound very reassuring.
Yeah, exactly. So I hope so. Did you see the giant armed monster that popped out of nowhere?
With all the elbows?
Did we?
Hey, DM, do we have any memory of this?
You remember clear as day. You witnessed everything, but it's as if it's like you were watching a movie of it happening. You were present, but you had no control.
And she's still there on the platform.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, just to clarify, like what we're seeing on the map here. So, the black swirly things. The black and swirly things.
These things.
Are they just like rocks floating?
They're not floating. They've come out from the ground in spirals.
Yeah.
Almost like a tendril that's come out of the ground. They're not moving. They are stationary.
Cool. And then those two specters are the greeny blue things.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's standing on the pedestal.
Yes.
Gotcha. Just clarifying.
I'm definitely going to take Bryn's advice, and I'm going to look around and see who else is here besides us.
Make a perception check.
Oh dear.
Connell's also going to have his like weapons drawn and like kind of like where Brim is. He's going to kind of like have his sword like blocking Brim, just like this little critter is not getting past me.
22.
22. So with a 22, you get a good glimpse of your current surroundings. You don't appear to see anyone else in your immediate surroundings. And you can see, but when you look behind you, there is the path that you came on, but the clear way through is now enveloped by a wall of fog.
Guys, it's at this point where I encourage you to drink up if anyone wants some. Would anyone like a drink?
Oh, damn. Bob's definitely going to look at this and be like, am I putting my life in my hands? I'm like, you know what? I trust you. I trust you, my dear. I shall have a drink.
There you go, big man.
Are you Are you pouring the wild brew by any chance?
I am. That's
Okay.
I'm pouring a wild brew for everyone.
A wild brew for everybody.
Connell's not gonna take it. He's just like staying on high alert to the spooky mumbo jumbo bullshit in front of us.
Okay, so who is going to drink?
I don't think Frike would. She'd be too panicked.
Okay.
After the siren, I'm still fine. Thank you.
So just Bob and Mai. Okay.
Does Bryn have any?
Oh, Brim will absolutely have some.
Yeah, you will. Go on, my son.
Brim does not. Brim has no idea that he's in danger. Like he's just we're in a new part of the forest.
A bit like Ralph from The Simpsons, like I'm in danger.
A little bit.
Give Brim a double measure.
Yeah.
Don't tempt me.
Oh Lord.
Okay. First of all, Bob, give me a D100 roll, please.
Okay. All right. Rhódania, I am nervous about this.
I kind of hold Bob's hand and be like, "It'll be all fine. Just have faith in the brew."
Okay, is higher better or lower, generally?
Only one way to find out.
I got pretty low. I got a 28.
A 28. Okay.
Yes, I got faith in the brew.
Okay. This is interesting. So with the 28, you feel some of the magic tingling from this drink on your tongue, and as you sort of take the drink and you go, oof, magic leaves your mouth, darts over to one of the people nearest to you, which will be Frike, ironically. And Frike, in her panicked state, feels this tingle, looks at her hands as magic then escapes from her hands back at Bob. As she casts hold person on you. So let's look up what that does.
Oh my god.
This is fantastic. I mean, you need to make a save for it, but I just need to look up which one it is.
So as soon as we
I
complete
think
Shadowfell, Frike
it's wisdom.
captures us.
Let me just double check. This is great.
Believe hard enough.
It's great storytelling. It's fine.
Yes, please make a wisdom saving throw. Do you have a spell DC, Frike?
Oh, good question.
If you don't,
Where
we'll
would I
use.
find that?
Use Bob's.
Will
It
you?
would be your key point.
Oh,
Yeah, your key point save.
Yes.
What's your stunning strike save?
where would I find that?
I don't think she has Sudden Strike yet.
Should be where. Oh, she won't have stunning strike yet.
DC is 11.
Okay, so wisdom save DC of 11.
I got a 17.
Okay,
So I see Frike obviously not used to doing hold person as a spell. I see it coming towards me. I recognize it. I'm like, oh, no.
Ow! Oh, sorry.
at the same time.
As I speak, sort of like I'm gonna look at Frike and then speak to Rhódania and just be like, it's not your fault.
As Feronia takes her drink, please give me a D100, Feronia.
Oh my god.
This is how you start your first boss encounter, guys.
87.
87.
I'm just
God.
imagining
silly.
Feronia like maintaining
Oh.
eye contact
Just-
with Kyle.
Okay, so this one's
Or with
interesting.
Bob, sorry.
Feronia, you become restless, and you feel like
More restless than I already am.
well, you just feel like your fur is really dirty, like super dirty just from being here. Until you bathe, you cannot take any form of rest, short or long.
Can I just
Are any
start
of the results? I'm sorry.
grooming
any of
myself?
Things like actually good.
Oh, some of them are really good.
When you say bathe, does that mean actually like put myself into water, or can I just start grooming myself? That's technically bathing.
No, a full bath.
I hate bathing though. I hate
Exactly, it
going
makes it even better. And then we need one last one. But at the same time, can I get a D100 from Reese, please? Because you did purchase a Wild Magic Surge. So
I did indeed.
as Brim makes his, some of the magic bounces off Brim to another bard, because he is a bard, and hits our dear Reese.
45.
45.
55.
45.
So, Brim got a 38. So. Oh shit, Brim's is really good. Okay, so.
Here
Okay,
comes the dragon.
Brim
No,
strong
cool.
boy now?
not quite. So, Brim, for the next minute, whenever he casts a non-cantrip bard spell, he can choose a creature other than himself within 60 feet, and they will regain 1d10 hit points.
Oh, that's real cute.
That's clutch.
Nice.
Brindle healer.
Okay, and Reese's. Okay, I'll let you know when it happens.
Oh no.
Cool.
How much is a wild magic surge?
The most.
I have enough.
So,
Ah,
as all this sort of happens all within the same few moments, you start to hear a laugh from one of the figures in front of you, but it seems to come from various different points. You can't tell if it's from the dancer or if it's from one of the spectral creatures. And Frigg, you recognize the voice, but you can't quite place it immediately. It says, "So it is true. You've returned to Oz. You've returned home. What a fabulous catch indeed." And you hear the word "indeed" echo around this prey cage, all around you. Indeed, indeed, indeed.
Do you?
We all hear that.
You all hear it, yeah.
I think she'd be trying to ask a question, but not sure which she wants to ask first. Are we kindred?
Kindred. That is no way to treat your dear papa.
I got my sword.
I'm just gonna look at Frank and be like, "What the hell is going on?"
She'll be stammering, just trying to get a word out. Father, I haven't seen your face in 10 years. What? Why here? Why now? What do you want with me, my friends? What's going on?
I see. You are seeking a greater meaning, some sort of destiny. something that fate would bring us together again, 10 years almost to the day that you met. The truth. This was not of my doing, rather a happy coincidence. One that I intend to capitalize on immediately. And you see...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm just, as this thing is talking, can I identify what type of creatures are in front of us? Like undead, aberrations, monstrosities, like that?
Make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
It's gonna be
Let's
a high
see.
DC, but I know you can roll high.
I rolled an 18 in my Arcana 6, so I got a 24.
24. The DC was 24. So, what I will do is, I will send you a quick message in Discord.
Okay, fabulous. All right. Okay. As
Because
Bob
that's...
is just sort of like squints his eyes and is just looking around trying to figure out like, what the hell did we get it? I drank a weird thing like this. I don't know what the hell this cage thing is. Oh God. Oh God. There's too much. It's just too much.
Okay. So, as this happened, you see the spectral forms on either side. One of them the face begins to change. And Frike, you do recognize it as a father figure that you left by a long time ago. And I shall do this because I can.
Ooh.
Oh,
Daddy hell.
Oh,
Welcome home, my most proven warrior. I hoped you might return someday to take on the family business, so to speak.
what business?
I'm just gonna whisper in Frank's ear. It's an illusion. Don't trust it. It's not real.
She'll start shaking. I haven't. Sorry, go ahead.
Go on.
I haven't been able to recall his face in so long. And she'll direct this at Bob. I can't remember what he looks like.
You'll be fine. Don't let this fool you. Don't let him get inside your head. Like I said, it's all an illusion.
Question, does one of the other ones still look like my face, or...
So as you both look back at the other one now looks over at Bob. As you see the face of your husband look back at you, Bob.
As soon as I see it, I'm just gonna look and be like, you're gonna have to try so much better than that. My husband would never show up here without full wig and makeup, bitch.
I love that.
And with that, I'm just gonna cast a mind sliver directly at this thing. Just
Okay.
take his face off.
All right. Is that a roll to attack? Or is it a save?
Mind sliver is It's a cantrip that is automatic insta-death whenever I want. So that's
You love to see it.
it's
Death.
it's an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. So this
and what you see is like it looks like there's like a spark. So he pulls sort of a spark from his own mind and just flicks it like a shooting star directly at this thing.
And as it collides, you see this figure smile as it doesn't react, and then it disapparates, as does the other one, as the illusion is broken. And then an eerie silence takes over, as all the ambient sound around you seems to vanish, almost like someone pressed stop on Spotify, Sirenscape, etc. As the shadow dancer just cricks its neck. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh!
Hey.
Bet.
Time for combat.
I'm gonna look at Frike as we're doing this, and I'm just gonna be like, "You've got this, Frike. Do not be scared of this beast trying to bring the faces of your family to haunt you."
All right, so 25 to 20. Okay. 20 to 15.
Wait, what?
Who got between 20 and 15 for initiative?
Oh, okay.
This is not going well.
It's not great.
Okay. 15 to 10.
I got 14.
11.
All right. Okay. So
Don't tell me I'm going first of the entire group.
you're not.
We got 2 paths.
So we got Bob with a 14. And then, was it Reese with a 12?
Yes.
Okay. And then Frike with an 11. Okay. Rhódania, Connell? A 6 and a 6. All right. Who's got the bigger dexterity out of you two?
Well,
Dex battle.
I'm at, my dex stat is 13, so it's a +1.
Okay. Rhódania?
14 plus 2.
So Rhódania goes first.
Rad.
And then Connell.
Not expecting that.
So, this is fascinating.
It's Dark Souls.
It's not Dark Souls, it's Bloodborne. It's the top of the initiative round with the highest initiative score. Brim Smallboy.
How much was his?
He got 16.
Oh my god.
So, what can dear Brim do?
You
Does
got
Brim?
this, Brim.
Well, first of all, does Brim even realize that he's in danger? Okay, I'd say now he does with that roll.
If he does not realize that he's in danger, Bob is just going to look and be like, Brim, is there anything that you can do to help anyone here out at all? Because wouldn't that be fun to just help your friends?
He just sort of steps. Oh, go on.
Sorry,
Go on.
I'm gonna say, like, before combat was even thought of, Connell had his sword like in front of Brim.
Mm-hmm.
Would that have got any reaction out of Brim?
I'd say he's now picked up that things are not okay. As you see, like, he puts a feathery arm over the blade, pushing it to one side, and he says, "Well, This seems rather shit. It's time for me to do my duty. And he is going to... Let's have a look. He warms his wings up like that and goes... as he casts fairy fire on this shadow figure, who rolls really poorly on the dex save. So it is a success.
We love you, small boy.
You see this arcane fire envelop this shadow. And while this is up, concentration for a minute, any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it. And this is the clutch bit. The affected creature or object cannot benefit from being invisible. So... And for the rest of Brim's turn, he hides behind the sword again. I did my duty! I did my duty!
Connell kind of like turns his shoulder and is just like...
All right, that finishes Brim's turn. Bob, what would you like to do?
So I can tell that this thing is about to start doing some craziness, right? Like,
Yes.
There's that feeling. There's that feeling in the air. I am going to try to set things up for my friends until I see what this thing can do, because I don't know. I don't like to go into combat just cold cocked. Like, I like to see what's happening first. It's got the fairy magic around it, so I'm actually going to cast another mind sliver at it. I'm going to shoot a star at it, and I want to see like how hefty its defenses are first.
Okay, so what kind of save is Mind Sliver again?
It's an intelligence save, DC 14.
Okay. Nat 1 on the dice, so I'm going to say that's a success.
It's all that explodes.
Yo.
Very fun.
So what he takes, let's see. I'm gonna roll a d6. Oh damn! He takes 1 damage, 1 whole damage. I give him a little bit of a headache. But the more important part is that he, the next time he rolls a saving throw before the end of my next turn, he will have to subtract 1d4 from it.
Ooh, very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna sort of look around and it's like, he's about as vulnerable as he can be right now. I'd say get at it.
All right. That brings us to Reese.
Okay. I'm actually going to sheathe my short sword. I'm going to reach into my bag of holding and pull out, what is that called? A crossbow and a bolt, because Reese does not want to get anywhere close. Cool. God, it's so different playing a bard than a monk.
Slightly.
It's almost like it's a different
Slightly.
class.
Oh, God. So you can't do shit as a bard. Okay. I guess I'm just going to aim and
You're
Fire.
Bards are control characters. They're support and control. You know, like monks are just DPS. They're just straight up players.
That's fair. So yeah, I'm just gonna like pull it out and fire at this thing.
All right, go ahead. Roll for attack.
No, that's. I don't think that's gonna hit. That's a 10.
That's a 10. You
Don't
see...
you have advantage?
Oh, you do. You have advantage.
Because it's fairy fire.
You do indeed.
Oh, I have advantage.
Yeah, Fairy Fire. For as long as
That's
Brim
better.
can...
That's a 17.
A 17, that's gonna hit. Roll your damage, pretty please.
Yeah.
Wait, it's my damage. It's
He rolls his first one, and you see Bob sort of shift gravity just a little up.
Yeah. Woo!
Is that what I think? God damn it. So that's 1 on the die, but that's a 3.
3 damage. Okay, cool.
And as
All damage is 1. Just 1.
It's fine
all
by me.
damage is 1.
Yeah.
As a bonus action, I'm going to look Frike right in the face, lock eyes, and say, "No one likes a deadbeat dad. Kill him."
Right.
And give you bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is that a d6?
Yes. That's
Okay. 1d6 of bardic inspiration. 2 Frike. Is that everything for your turn?
Yep. That's it.
Before he finishes his turn, I'm going to yell out, "Scatter! Do not give him multiple targets to hit at once."
Okay. Cool. I will run and go take cover. Where am I?
You are here.
Okay. Yeah. Off to just like that little outcropping of stones just right there. I will just hide behind it. Or whatever that is.
Right about here? About there? Or down?
I was thinking down.
So, like-
That's within 10 feet of me. Yeah, that one.
Right here, yeah. Okay. Okay, are you attempting to hide?
No, because that would be a action and I don't have any.
No worries. Okay.
I'm just taking cover.
You're just taking cover. Okay, so that brings us to Frike.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think she's gonna have to sort of trying to draw inner strength from returning to her home once again. She will bow a little and then blessing of the Raven Queen 30 feet forward.
20, 25, 30. That gets you face to face with the shadow.
Nice.
Okay. And then I will spend a key point to use Flurry of Blows,
Okay.
and then take out the battle axe and attack.
Please make your attacks with advantage.
Yeah, oh thank goodness.
As you feel the feeling of being in the Shadowfell seems to envelop your body and bolster your strength.
I got a 14.
14 is a miss.
Do I add the d6? How do I add that? Or,
You can add the d6 if you want, yeah?
yeah. Plus 3 is a 17.
17, that hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah. So 6 damage, slashing damage, and then Flurry of Blows lets me do 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Okay.
Should I still roll to hit for those, or?
Yes, please.
Okay, I got a 22 for the first one,
That'll hit.
and that is 3 damage, bludgeoning.
3.
Yep. And then a 21 for the second one.
Okay, that hits.
5 bludgeoning damage.
How much again, sorry?
5.
5. Nice. Right, as you see the hits, you do make contact. At first, it feels like your fists are going to go through, but you do then feel your fists find purchase, and it's that familiar feeling. You've fought creatures like this before. Okay. That brings us to the dancer's turn. And she has exactly what she wants right in front of her.
Oh,
Knew it.
So, you see this staff in her arms that she was resting on in quite a provocative manner at first. As she spins it around, it changes form and becomes like a longsword shape, essentially a shadow blade. And she lashes out at you, Frike, for 2 attacks. The first one is a 16.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, and the second one is only a 14.
That still hits.
Okay. So. So the first one does 6 points of slashing damage, and you feel like it should do something else as well, but your body seems to shrug it off.
Because I use Blessing of the Raven Queen, I get resistance to all damage types until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
nice.
So that would have been 3 points then, and the second one is 9 reduced to 4.
So 7.
7 total.
Okay.
And you sort of gain understanding that it's a shadow blade. It can't damage a creature of the Shadowfell as well as it can other creatures.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I do need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 14.
14. As you have lunged forward and attacked this creature, its first swing cuts down the front of your torso, and as it does, it leans in before taking the second swipe, and its face changes and becomes your father's again, and just snarls at you. You are now frightened of this creature. And then that will do it for the dancer. That brings us to Rhódania.
I am going to use a level 2 spell, guiding bolts, against
Okay.
him. So let's have a double check of that. So I need to roll. Okay, so
So you roll to hit first.
does a dirty 20 hit?
That will hit indeed. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, so 4d6.
Oh my god.
Fuck her up.
5, 6, 10,
Rhodia's
and
being
16 altogether.
16. And what kind of damage is that?
It's radiant.
Okay.
Damage.
So you see this guiding bolt burn into the shadow as it screams, and the face of Frike's father melts away as 32 points of damage takes hand
Sick.
of this
Face
creature.
off.
You're not my dad.
You're not my dad.
You're not my real dad.
Amazing.
Because I got a little bit confused by this. Like, can I still transform into my starry form as a bonus action?
Yes, it is a feature. It's not a spell. So
I'm gonna do that then.
So describe to us what happened. What does this look like? This is the first time we're seeing this.
So imagine the transformation like in Sailor Moon.
Amazing.
We've got our Pattoons art.
That's it.
Just like so that kind of happens, but because Sailor Moon, almost like with Mars when she does her bow, because as the archer, so like with that, so one leg up, just like my claws just ready with like kind of light coming out of my claws, and just goes straight bam to Daddy-O.
Amazing.
So does a 9 hit?
What's this for?
Oh no, wait, no, that's never mind. I just realised that was for the starry form. Never
Okay,
mind. So yeah,
you're fine.
that's
You've taken on your starry form.
Yeah.
Okay. This might be of particular interest to Bob, who is an astronomer, of course.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
All right. So
Yeah, I'm definitely like studying it and trying to figure out which constellation it is. So distracting.
yeah. Okay, that brings us to Connell.
All right. So, am I right in saying 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, can I get right up to the guy with 30 feet of movement?
I'd say you could just get alongside Frike, yeah.
But am I within 5 foot of range of the dancer?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, cool. So as Connell like gives this like thumbs up to Little Brim, he turns around, sees a fucking cat transform with all this glittery pink goodness. Connell's just like, all right, I fuck with it, and he sprints forward with his hammer and his sword in each hand, and as he's like running up, he like almost like He-Man styles the sword into the fairy fire as he strikes it down on the thing.
Okay.
On the dancer.
Go ahead and roll with advantage. Verona, you have been granted inspiration from Grim Samsung in the chat
Hey, bro! Thank you.
for our confirmed magic girl / princess Verona.
Okay, I've got advantage. Oh, come on. 12 to hit.
12 to hit is a miss, unfortunately.
Right, so that was a fluke, because now I'm going in with the hammer.
Okay.
Oh, come on, advantage, please. Okay, 13 plus 6, 19.
That's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Right, it's hammer time, y'all. So 1d8.
We also have inspiration for Bob from Scarlet Song.
So that's max damage on the hammer, so that's 12. No, yeah, 12.
12 damage.
12 bludgeon
Excellent.
damage as this fairy flamed warhammer just goes on the dancer's head.
Amazing.
Oh,
all right.
So I'm also going to do a thing. So as the hammer strikes down, the flame rune on Connell's chest like erupts as like a fiery vortex like wraps around the thing. I need well, first of all, I actually read this wrong when I fought Bob. So by making contact, hang on. Yeah, so this attack does an extra 2d6 fire damage, so that's a 4 and a 1, so that's 5 fire damage. And now you make your saving throw.
Okay.
And subtract 1d4 from that saving throw.
Okay. Okay. So after subtracting that that D4, that is a 1.
Awesome. So, so as like the fiery vortex like fixed around, Connor's just like, gotcha. And like he like pulls his hammer up, and almost like a fiery chain that just like wraps around the thing. So this bitch is restrained.
Restrained.
While restrained by the shackles, the target takes 2d6 fire damage at the start of each of its turns.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
At the each of its turns.
Yeah, Bob, Cal, I read this wrong when I thought you. Like, I was like, oh, so I have to restrain him and then do the damage? No, I do the damage after my hit and then restrain him and then on this next one. So, you know, I was holding back.
Oh my god.
Amazing. Okay.
The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, banishing the shackles on a success. Once you invoke this rune against it. Okay, cool.
But it takes the damage at the start of its turn.
Yes.
Okay. Good to know. All right.
And just FYI, because it's restrained, all attack rolls against it still have advantage. Its speed is 0. And its attack rolls have disadvantage. And it has dexterity on all saving throws. On dexterity saving throws. Disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
This is
So
very valuable information.
You cannot move this turn.
Amazing. All right, so that brings us back to the top of the round with Mr. Brim Smallboy, who has just watched some incredible stuff. And he's bolstered his nerve. So what's Brim gonna do? Well, Brim is gonna step forward. Boop, boop, boop. And he's gonna peer through the gap between Frike and Connell at the shadow. Point towards this creature and say, you're the shadow of your former self. And he's going to cast Hideous Laughter.
Yeah, he is.
Make this witch suffer.
Now, this will break concentration on the fairy fire, but the fairy fire doesn't seem to be needed anymore, so... And...
Oh, Lord.
Unfortunately,
this thing's getting messed up.
Unfortunately, it makes it save. So you can see, like, Frike and Connell will see in front of it. You'll hear, like, a slight giggle start, and then it just shakes it off. So the spell nearly worked.
Very weird. Why are you laughing? You're burning.
And then, does Brim have any bonus actions? Yeah, do you know what? He's going to look over at Frike. No, actually, he's going to look over at Connell and say, I believe you can do this. And he's going to give you a bardic inspiration.
Connell turns around again and is just like...
Don't forget that he gets to give out 1d10 healing to someone.
This is very true. So he's going to give that to Frike. Because Frike's the only one that's taken damage so far.
Good job, Rhódania.
So, Frike regained 3 hit points.
Hey. Nice.
Alright, that brings us back to Bob.
All right, so Bob is now looking around the various areas of the battlefield, seeing what's going on. He saw Rhódania tear the shit out of this thing. So first he's gonna look over to her and he's gonna be like, Rhódania, can you do that again? Whatever you did just a moment ago. Also, I don't know what you call it here, but that's Athena the Archer where I come from. Very, very nice. Good choice.
I can see what I can do. I can give it a crack at it again.
If she says she can, then Bob is going to come over and be like, you're going to be much more useful in this battle than I am, my dear. And he's going to, if you'll let him, he's going to cast protection from evil and good on you.
Yes, please.
So that if this thing is like undead or an aberration or something like that, it'll be much harder to hit you, and it won't be able to take control.
Okay. Frike, you have been granted inspiration by Scarlet Song. Emotional support muffins to Frike.
Yay!
Yes. And then
There you go.
I'd like to follow my own advice and whatever, that tombstone-looking thing opposite the battlefield from Reese, I'd like to sort of duck behind there and grab some cover after I cast this spell on Rhódania. And because it is Mars, what you see when I cast it is first you see like two little moves. You see Phobos and Deimos start spinning around you, and then it sort of zooms out to the red planet as it covers you in this red glow that protects you.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Incredible. All right, thank you very much. That brings us to Reese.
As I'm in the middle of a bite. Cool. Okay. God, I am so low in spells. Cool. Kind of repeating what I said. I'm just going to, as I'm like fumbling and like grabbing one of like the bolts from my bag of holding, I'm going to use the bolt and I'm going to point at the thing, and I'm again gonna say, nobody likes his deadbeat dad, and cast Vicious Mockery, because why not?
All right.
You know.
Is that what kind of save is that?
That is a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Ooh, that's not bad. That is a 21.
Not bad. Okay, fine. Cool. I'm gonna spend the rest of my time like knocking another one of those bolts, and that's my
Amazing. Okay. Reich.
Question. So attacks are made with advantage?
Yes.
Yeah.
But Frike is frightened, so she would make attacks with disadvantage. Does it kind of... How does that work?
So you would roll straight roll in that sense. You cannot get any closer to the creature as well.
Yeah, well, I'm right on top of it, aren't I?
This is true.
Yeah.
But mechanically,
Okay.
yeah, it's just a straight roll for you.
Alrighty. Let's say... I'm going to... I will spend another key point to go into patient defense,
Okay.
and I will go for my battle axe again.
All right. Battle axe away.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Uh-huh.
Well, it was an 11, which I don't think hits.
11 is a miss, unfortunately.
No.
The fear overtakes you in the swing.
Inspiration ruler?
I already used it. So I guess I can take dodge as a bonus action. So if she attacks, can I dodge it? Okay.
You
I will
can
do
certainly
that.
try.
Okay.
All right.
I'll do that.
Does that finish your turn?
Yeah.
Alrighty, that brings us back to the dancer. Well, speed is 0. In a bit of a
6 fire damage first.
2d6 fire damage first of all, yes.
That is 7 points of fire damage.
7 points of fire damage. Okay.
Connell just looks at her and her like eyes and is just like, this is kind of hot, right?
Spark between us.
So the dancer looks over at the whole group surveying the scene, looks back at Frike, and you see this face. It's kind of a bland face at the minute, no distinguishing features, but you see the lips curl into a smile as it uses the blessing of the Raven Queen to teleport away.
Oh, damn!
Bitch.
After seeing you do it,
Oh.
and then
Oh, shit.
lands directly in front of Brim Smallboy.
Oh.
No, what did you just say? You're a monster!
Leave
But that
Brim
was-
alone.
So, that was her action. So for her bonus action, she looks down at Brim, and you see a fear begin to take over him as he tries to resist and fails horribly. Brim is now frightened as this shadow, you see that she begins to open her arms around him, and you see the arms begin to elongate around him
Ooh.
as he's currently terrified. And you also see that, I'd say for Rhódania, because you're nearest, you would actually see that some of the wounds on her body begin to close up a little bit as well.
Oh, you bitch.
That son of a burning bitch.
It's
Frike,
got
you-
regeneration
as-
that survives radiant
As you turn to see where the creature's gone, you do notice this as well, and you think actually some shadow creatures do get life from fear. So being able to terrify its opponents can be beneficial.
Oh, shit.
Hankaroony.
And that ends her turn. Rhódania.
Oh, I'm gonna use my archer constellation right at this complete bitch. And as I do it, obviously if it succeeds, I am going to shout, "Get off my little Brim, you bitch!" Okay, so let's see. Does a 14 hit?
A 14 just misses, I'm afraid.
Oh, you bitch! That's what she shouts.
You find yourself, your aim is slightly shut because Brim's so close, you don't want to hit Brim. And you just missed, just by a fraction.
Okay, in that case, can I move up behind Brim to see if I can
Certainly can.
I don't know if there's a way that I can just like go up behind him and like just grab a hold of him so it's not too engulfed. Is that possible? I know it won't be a grapple, but
Not with a bonus action, unfortunately.
okay. Well, I'm just gonna move up behind my wee man and just
Okay.
be close to him and just kind of be like, it's okay, just I'm here. Just to try and like calm him a little bit.
Yeah.
Reassure him.
As you get there, you see that the arms are slowly coming round. Like she's taking her time with it, but you're not sure what she's doing. She's doing something.
Okay.
Okay, that brings us to Connell.
Okay. Connell's gonna look at Frike next to him, that's kind of trembling, and he's gonna just like have like a just kind of like I don't know, give her like a nod and be like, "Don't worry, we'll make it through it." So he's gonna go 5, 10, 15 to the back of the bitch. So tell me this. See, because I'm now flanking with Brim, do I get advantage on my hit?
Sure.
Rad. So Connor runs up at like sword in hand, and he goes for like a leap attack. Let's go. 8 plus 6, 14.
14 is a miss, unfortunately.
And swing around with the hammer. 12 plus 6, 18.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh my
Rad.
god. Yes.
Hammer time, bitch. So that's a 4 plus 4, which is 8. And at that moment, Connell is going to, as he swings down his hammer, he just looks up and it's just like, "Nah, I ain't done yet," and activates his action surge to try and go for a grapple attack to attempt to suplex this bitch.
Yes.
All right, we're getting another suplex. Okay, so that's a contested strength check. Let's have a look here.
Marking off action surge. Right. Come on, please. Oh no, that's a 9.
Oh.
So she rolled a 9 on the dice.
Oh no.
But it's a good job she has to roll at disadvantage.
Oh yay.
Ooh.
That's a 5.
Oh.
The grapple is successful.
Oh my god.
Yeah, baby.
So, am I able to like I say, am I able to like suplex her or like yank her back, like pull her away from them?
I'm gonna. I think the suplex action would be an action per se.
So, action to grapple, action to grapple.
But your
to
action
suplex.
surge just give you 2 attacks, correct? Because you have 2 attacks
Well,
normally.
Well, I attack as an action and I have bonus attack because of dual weapon fighting.
Right. Okay. Okay. So in
So
this
it's-
instance,
Action to grapple.
yeah, action to grapple.
Mhm.
She's now grappled. Providing she's still grappled at the start of your next turn, you can attempt to suplex.
Can I use the rest of my movement to try and pull her, or is that too much?
Okay. Well, let's do another contested strength check. Straight roll for both of us
Yep.
to try and resolve this now. 14.
That is 15.
15. All right. As you grab hold, you just let gravity fall, and maybe just as a bit of artistic flavor, Bob lifts his hand and increases the density of the shadow, just allowing that extra bit of leverage as you suplex that bitch into the ground.
Feels good.
Roll me your unarmed strike damage.
I think as of right now, that's a standard. Yeah, that's just 5 at the moment.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So
How?
she-
Let's see how I can do this. Alright, I'm gonna do it like that.
DM then would be, oh my god, that's hilarious. So my question now to the DM is, because it took damage, does Bryn get another save on the fear?
Let me quickly look at the specifics for that.
Because that would be nice. 'Cause 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 that would be ni For a little small boy wasn't scared.
Unfortunately not. The boy is still terrified. Okay. So that brings us to the top of the round. At this moment in time, the pedestal that Frike is stood on, you now see it begin to glow. The engravings that have had this purplish ambient glow are beginning to glow brighter and brighter, and you can hear a low hum in the air, as if something is charging.
Oh, damn.
Which brings us to Brim Smallboy. So, let's see if he breaks out of the fear. That's a natural one.
Baby boy.
He's got to run in the opposite direction.
So Brim literally turns, jumps up in the air onto Feronia's shoulder and leapfrogs off. And just boop, 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 boop. Like, I'm going to put him... Let me just move the camera back slightly. He's like just in shot there.
Oh. Baby.
As you see him go, yeah, get away. And that ends Brim's turn. Brings us back to Bob.
All right. First off, do I have any idea what's going on with the pedestal? It just started glowing. That's never a good sign.
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. All right, let's see. Come on, dice. Ooh, that's not great. That's an 8 total.
An 8.
Never seen this shit before.
You don't have a great deal of experience being in the Shadowfell. This is your first time, so it's all a bit alien. It's fascinating. It looks pretty, but
it does. It does. I'm a little entranced by it. I'm like, okay, well, I guess so. The shadow thing is grappled, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that means it's restrained.
Very much so.
Oh. Okay. You're gonna see in front of the little sort of thing that Bob is hiding behind, that little rock. You see what looks like Saturn sort of rise up out of the ground with its whole ring system, and you see there's nothing around it at first, and then you see dust particles starting to sort of whip around the planet and turn into a ring system that eventually then coalesces into a full moon, and he's just going to like line the moon up like with a pool cue and just go pow and cast a 2nd level catapult at the restrained creature. So if I could have a dexterity check at disadvantage, that would be great.
Okay. As someone who mains a wizard, I always love creative uses of the catapult spell. It's my favorite spell. So I'm a fan of this. Disadvantage roll. Was it dexterity, did you say?
Yeah.
That is a 5.
Oh, yeah, no. They, you see this moon collide with them for 14 damage.
Oof. Nice.
And Bob is going to, can I get to Bryn with my movement?
What is your total movement again?
It is 30.
You can just get to him, yeah.
All right, as soon as I get to him, I'm just going to kneel down. I'm just going to be like, listen to me. You can do this. You can fight this. We're all here with you. Do you see us all? We're all fighting with you because we believe in you, Bryn.
It's terrifying. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? It's big and scary and slightly sexy, but in a scary way.
Yes, many scary things are a little sexy. It's true. But you can find your strength in your friends.
I hope you're right. Thank
I'm
you
just
very
gonna sort
much.
of hang out and sort of guard. I'm gonna sort of stand guard over Bryn in
Okay.
case anything comes flying at them.
Frike, you have regained inspiration from Graham Sampson.
Hey.
I love this community. You're so supportive. Thank you, guys. It means I can make harder encounters because I know you guys will save them.
Say.
Okay, thank you, Bob. That brings us back to Reese.
Okay. Fuck. Going to do anymore. Okay. I had a plan and then it was all buggered. Cool. I am going to run over to Frike.
Okay.
Wait, what's my movement? I am going to use 30 feet of my movement
30 feet of movement. Okay. Towards Frike, yeah?
towards Frike.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. You have run up to Frike.
Cool. And while all of that, or during that movement, as I'm like passing by, I'm going to fire off a crossbow bolt.
Okay. What is the range on your crossbow?
Oh, 30 to 120.
30 to 120. Okay, please roll your attack at disadvantage.
I didn't think about that. That was fine. Nope, that's not gonna hit. That's an 11.
An 11 doesn't hit. Just into the ground next to the suplexed shadow creature as you run past over towards Frike.
Cool.
It's a good job you didn't leave her her melee range because you did enter it.
Oh. Yeah, I forgot it. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. That's fine.
I can only do so
I
much.
have no other thing that I can do. God. Okay. Yeah, we're good.
Is that everything?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you. That brings us to Frike. You've just been joined at the pedestal, which continues to glow brighter, by your friend Reese.
Do I recognize anything about the glowing?
Make a history check.
Okay.
Well, history or arcana, your choice.
Ooh. 13?
A 13. You've seen one of these things before. You're not quite sure of the specifics, but you do recognize some of the glyphs on it, which would lead you to think that it's some sort of gateway device. And if it's glowing, maybe something's coming through. Or maybe something's trying to escape. Long story short, it's a doorway.
Okay. So, it's being charged by, like, crystals, you said?
It's kind of got crystals built into the runic carvings within it, which are glowing like a purple hue, sorry.
Can I use my battle axe and try to break the crystal?
Sure, go ahead and roll an attack.
Ooh.
It's a 16?
16, go ahead and roll damage.
It's a 3.
A 3. Okay. You swing down with the battle axe and it bounces off. It's a bit tougher than you expected it. It doesn't shatter, but it does crack. You feel like maybe another blow might do the job.
I I will tell Reese when I see him comes up. We have to stop this door from opening. Break the crystals. I don't know if we can do anything else though.
Is that everything?
I'm just double checking something.
No worries. I'm going to take this time to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. Hope you're having a lovely time. Hope you enjoy the battle map as well and the minis. I'm very pleased.
I'm so excited for the minis. Like, I can't even tell you. This is so fucking awesome.
Everything looks great.
Yeah. Okay, how are we doing, Frank?
I will spend my last key point. Can I reserve Flurry of Blows for my next turn, maybe?
To hold your action?
Yeah.
Well, technically, you've already used your action.
It's spending... I mean, you could just not spend your key points on this turn and use them the next turn.
Yeah, all right, I'll do that.
Okay. Thank you very much. That brings us back to the dancer. The dancer is grappled and restrained and suplexed. So, first of all, she's going to recover some... Well, first of all, she's going to recover some health because she does have a specific owlboy feeding her some... Ooh. Okay. You see, like, this energy leave Brim as the fear seems to feed the shadow creature. As the wounds on her begin to close further, and Brim falls to the ground.
What?
Unconscious.
This bitch is dead.
I would like to rage.
And with that, she lifts her hand up towards Connell and puts her hand right in his face and lets out 2 Eldritch Blasts point blank.
Oh!
I can take it, don't worry.
In your face?
Okay.
In your face, disgrace.
So that's a 16 to hit.
Meets it, beats it.
Okay, and the second one, is an 11, so that doesn't hit.
He headbutts the other one.
He literally...
Header.
I like it. So you take... Ooh, Jesus, okay.
Because that's like point blank, does that mean it's disadvantage?
Not for this, unfortunately. Okay. You take 15 points of force damage.
Yeah, so before the second one makes contact, because all that force pushed his head and just went...
Ricochets off.
Yeah.
And as you look back down, the shadow just smiles at you. Again, the creepy grin just seems to curl up from the lips. And that ends her turn. Rhódania!
First of all, I'm going to cast Healing Word on Brim.
Okay.
A level 2 spell.
All right, go ahead and roll the hit dice for that. Roll the hit points.
Wait, oh shit, what dice do I use for that? Just a d20?
No, it should say...
Let's see. So I roll... 2d4 plus 3, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got scared there, I thought I couldn't find my d4. So that's 4. 4, so that's 8. So roll 2d4, so it's 8, and then that's 11.
Okay. Brim is conscious and back to full health.
Yay!
as he only has 10 hit points.
Yay!
Lying
I saved the
dazed
small boy.
at the feet of Bob, Brim is saved for now.
Yay. Okay.
And also, because he fell unconscious, he's no longer scared.
Yay!
So, you know, it's not all bad.
Handy.
Cool.
You just hear this as he comes back to consciousness. Anything else for Rhódania?
Well, apparently I can, as a bonus action, I can use my archer again.
Okay. Go for
I'm
it.
gonna be like, I told you once, I told you before, stay away from my baby boy. And at the bitch, does an 18 hit.
An 18 does hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, so 1d8.
Be glad you rolled high, because since it's suplexed, I was going to say if you fail by more than 5, it hits Connell.
Well, oh god. So that would be a 7 I rolled.
7 damage. And what kind of damage is that?
Radiant damage.
Radiant
Oh, damn.
damage. So 14 damage. Okay.
Cute. That's real cute.
I'm a sparkly kitty.
You see its form starts to... There starts to be a bit of a quiver to its form. Which looks a bit rough as a shadow can. So... Anything else for your turn? Is that it? It's bonus action. Any movement?
Yeah, I'm gonna move to the right of Connell, kind of like sort of like the 2 blocks behind where Reese is. So I'm just kind of like, I don't know,
So like-
kind of like over
like
the
that?
shadow.
Kind of like that?
Oh, sorry, diagonal up to the left.
Like that.
Sorry, there's a bit delay. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. And Connell, you have
Oh.
a suplexed shadow entity. It's a little different to having the siren suplexed, but you know, it's suplex.
Can I shout something to Connell real quick?
Sure.
Connell, if we work together, I think we can take out 2 birds with 1 stone.
Uh-huh.
Just lift that bitch up as high as you can, and on my mark, slam her down.
Gotcha. And as like Connell like holds his breath, he activates his giant smite, so he turns into a large creature. As he extends, as he extends, I can just imagine like he's just holding her as he rises.
Okay.
She didn't break out of the grapple, did she, or make an attempt?
Nope.
Yeah.
No, she just smiled at you.
Connell's smiling back as he grows. Right, chat. I need you to like not block my tablet here so I can see the map.
I'm just putting you on a platform to show that you're bigger.
Yeah.
I need to get a big Connell.
Okay, so
It'll be like, hold on.
right, so yeah, I guess I'm going to hold my action by holding this bitch up in the air.
Yep.
Like just kind of up overhead.
Gonna hold your action for the tombstone pile driver.
Fuck it. You know that move that Bane does with Batman where it's just like
Yes, Batman, I'm going to break your spirits, you shadow bitch. You think the shadows are your allies?
but it is I who have
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm concerned.
I'm holding my action to hold this bitch in the air.
All right, no worries.
Yeah, that's
It's not like Dirty Dancing, is it?
no.
The time.
I mean,
this bitch's elbows all going all over the show.
We're getting some good art ideas. That's all I'm saying.
My God.
Okay, that it for your turn?
Yep, bonus action and my action.
All right, brings us back to the top of the round. Okay. Right. You feel a pulse from behind you as the crack that you have placed within this pedestal has caused some sort of instability. And you are actually pushed forward. You're not knocked prone, but you're sort of to the side of this shadow creature. And I just realign this. There's a flash of white light and then of a massive shadow appears on the pedestal, which then begins to take form. As you see one of the regal hunters of the Shadowfell appear. Looks a little something like this.
Oh my fuck! It doesn't even fit in the map.
Oh.
Let me just...
Oh, no.
Damn it.
Just gonna get closer so everyone can have a look at this. First of all, it's this fine thing.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I thought that was a tongue.
Oh, I
Not
thought it was-
quite.
Thought it was
Oh.
hands.
And you feel like the hot breath emanating from the face mask as it looms over you. And at the same time, you hear a bang in the distance. Woof! Okay, you do hear a bang in the distance. As... Let me just roll some dice here real quick. Where is it? Ooh, that's crap. Okay. As this new form that seems to appear suddenly goes to the side, as there's like a small explosion on its arm, reminiscent of a gunshot. As you hear from behind you, well, I hope I wasn't too late to the party, dears.
Hey!
Yay!
Madeline!
As Captain Madeline Crowley of the Discourteous Rose. Focus.
My captain.
Focus. It's too dark. Hang on. Let me do that. There she is.
Yay!
There she
Hi,
is.
Madeline.
She arrives on the scene, revolver in hand, pointed towards this thing. And it's also at the same time you hear a loud roar. And lunging out from the bushes at the side of her. I am here, my lads and lasses. Time for a fight. I might have one arm, but I can still do it.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
As Thrasham Foe arrives, might have one arm, but he's still ready for a fight. He's not ready to retire yet.
Connell's holding this thing up and he's just like, thrash him, look what I did. Look.
Let me roll initiative for them. Oh shit, they've got the same. Okay. Who's got the higher? Who's got the higher debt? Okay. So, top of the round is now Madeline and Thrash. So they rolled
Damn.
really high. I'll say that because Madeline's just done an attack, so yeah, so I won't give Madeline a go at this point because she's literally just taken an attack. So we'll get a turn from Thrash. So, first of all, bonus action Rage, because of course. And he is going to use what is it called? His thing.
That one thing. Yeah, I love that thing. Super cool.
Oh,
As
yeah.
part of his rage, he can move up to half of his feet
Very
upon
nice.
enacting it, as he leaps forward and uses the rest of his movement and basically just pounces up into the air, wielding this incredible great axe, which by all accounts should be held in two hands, but he's wielding it in one, and you see him spin in the air as he lunges down and attacks this thing.
Yeah, he does.
As a barbarian can do. For an 18, which does hit, which is gonna be 10 points of damage. Blah, 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 blah. But it also does something else. Hang on, bear with me. Apologies. I'm not used to barbarians.
I love a barbarian.
Where is it? Yes, here we go. You see this white light emanate from his axe as it cuts into the creature, as he uses his divine fury. So it deals an extra 7 points of radiant damage, which is doubled to 14. So that is quick maths. And that ends his turn, bringing us back to Brim Smallboy, who I think is just going to stand up and hide behind Bob's leg.
Bob's going to look down and just be like, I told you. I'm not going to let anything happen to you. You can depend on your friends. Good job, Rhódania. And now, since we have a newcomer to the battle, I think it's time. Connell, jump. And will you jump with this thing in your hands?
Can I jump out of my... Oh, well, I'm holding the action, so yeah,
Yeah.
As you jump, Bob is going to shift your gravity so that you're a little lighter. And then he's going to... Do you have like a ring or a bracer or something like that that's light on one of your arms?
I've got like two little bracelets on his wrists, but I am large now, so like it's gonna be denser.
Sure. There's a as you jump up and you feel your gravity sort of lighten, give you a little boost, and jump towards this giant monster with the Shadow Dance in your hands. You're going to feel one of your bracelets suddenly get incredibly propelled forward as I cast Catapult at 2nd level on the bracelet. And then if you want, you can add your attack, slamming this thing into the bigger thing and doing damage to them both.
Yes. I am your weapon. Use me. What am I doing? What am I rolling?
I'm not even going to fight this because this is dope as shit.
I am your missile launch fee. Oh, mighty launcher. What am I
Is
rolling?
Connell getting yeeted, basically?
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, damn. And it's 23 damage from the catapult
Okay.
to each of the creatures, plus whatever Connell does to accentuate.
So 23. So you're slamming the shadow creature into the other one, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
What am I doing?
You're essentially, your fist is now supercharged as the bracelet around it is getting thrown directly through this creature, essentially.
So unarmed strike then? Touch?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Well, it's got. I mean, it's a flat 5 unless there's any extra bonus.
Is there any extra DM for being amplified by a spell?
I think there's been extra enough, but I appreciate the question.
How dare you? Are you saying that I'm too extra? You're a beast, sir. A beast!
Yes, and you wouldn't change me at all. So, with that impressive display, I'm a big fan of it. The eater has become the eated.
Where do I land?
Good question. I think you're probably directly in front of this new creature that's shown up.
Okay.
So, like, just gonna squeeze you in there.
And I'm curious, does the fire thing ignite every time you hit someone, or is that an action that you have to take?
Well, that I think it deactivated when she teleported away from the chains.
Yeah, that got deactivated. Okay.
So I'm just curious if you could activate it again here.
No, it's a once per day thing.
Darn it.
Never mind. Nonetheless, you look at the creatures in front of you. The one that's just arrived has been paggered with damage out of nowhere. It's like, hey, I just got here. Looks a little ropey. The dancer, I think, very much on its last legs.
Good times. Good times.
So,
She's no longer grappled, is she?
no, she is not.
Okay.
She is free.
I'm going to, if I can, use my bonus action and my movement to just like pull a little thing of fruit leather out of my pocket and hand it to Bryn.
Well, you're already stood with Brim. Brim stood with you.
Yeah. And it's
So, yeah.
It's like, here you go. You'll be fine. See, everything's gonna be just fine.
You just see he's staring at everything that's happening in front of him. You just see the feathery hand come up and take it, and he can't look away from this display. Okay.
Yeah, and that's it for me then.
That brings us to Reese. This all happened right next to you, so you kind of had like a front row seat. You nearly got like, you didn't like lose your footing, but you did sort of, you had to slightly duck as this all happened directly next to you.
People going past my face and everything. I'm like, cool. Bollocks. Okay. We are going to... I'm going to swipe at him with my claws.
Okay,
Cat
go ahead and
scratch him. I'm going to
roll
cat
for
scratch
attack.
him. Okay. Oh, not bad. Okay, that would be a 18 to hit.
Go ahead and roll damage.
It's not good. That's a 3 on the die, so that's 2 damage.
3 on the dice for 2 damage. You got -1.
I have a -1.
Okay.
Strength is a dumb stat here.
It's looking really rough, guys.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Hold on. Where is... Oh. So if I back up, will that provoke an opportunity attack?
Would Reese be aware of such things? Yes, you would know that you might get lashed at should you move away.
Okay. I'll stay there.
You staying put?
Yeah.
All right. That brings us to Frike.
Am I okay? Am I still frightened of the dancer?
Are you okay? That's a question. Are you still frightened? Well, let's find out. Go ahead and make a wisdom save.
Okay. Ooh, that's my best one yet. 19.
A 19. You shake off the fear effect.
Ooh. Amazing. So, okay, it looks like I'm closer to the bigger creature. Would
Well, the small
recognize-
one has been sort of yeeted into the other one.
Okay. Well, as far as the newcomer, would I recognize anything about what that is or where it came from?
You recognize it as a regal hunter.
Oh, okay.
It's essentially like it's kind of like the ruling class has like a group of hitmen, so to speak, that are sent up to clean up jobs that don't go quite so well. So it seems potentially word has gotten back that things weren't going so hot. So backup was sent for.
Interesting. Okay, I'm going to maybe aim for the bigger one, I guess, and go for my battle axe.
All right. Roll for attack.
$21.
21, that hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
8 slashing.
8 slashing damage. Okay. You see this big graze into its torso, and it almost tries to jump back as a reaction to it, but it tries to stand its ground in front of you.
I don't suppose I'll stand my ground right back.
Okay.
But I won't do anything else on this turn.
All right, no worries, thank you. Which brings us to the dancer. Well, she's got a hit point, so
Just one.
she's a bit. She's got 1 hit point, so she's a bit desperate. So she lets out this piercing scream. I'd like everybody apart from Bob and Brim to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Is this a fear effect or a charm effect?
This is a fear effect.
21.
Okay.
21.
Because you have protection from good and evil on you,
Burning.
you cannot be charmed or frightened by a aberration, celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead. So if this creature is any of those things.
You rolled a 21, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good roll. What did
I like
everyone
to
else
think
get?
that's Bob's protection, so.
14.
14?
11.
11? Reese?
Sorry, I'm rolling.
A wisdom save, please.
A wisdom save. Cool beans. Oh, that's a 0. Okay, so that would be 16 on the die.
16, okay. So that's two failures.
Oh dear.
And you feel the fear enter you and then leave you almost instantly as it gets what it wants. as it regains some health. Right on the brink.
Bitch.
But that was a big one. They can only do that once, so.
A shady
Last chance
stuff.
saloon. And she
She'll take it
stands.
from anyone.
She. Ah. The minis are all stuck together.
That tongue.
That big tongue sword.
That damn time.
La, 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 la. Gross
Okay.
tongue noises.
So she uses half of her movement to stand up. And does she have a bonus action that she can do right now? You know what she does? Okay.
Being very rude.
You see her, like, drop into the floor, into her own shadow, and then vanish.
Oof.
I get gore vibes there.
And looking at your passive perceptions, nobody sees where she goes. And that ends her
Damn
turn.
it.
Feronia.
I'm gonna have a if you will allow me.
You're going to have a wild magic brew.
I am desperate times for desperate measures, mate.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Go, as you take a sippy sip, go ahead and roll me a D100.
That's not a. There we go. 15.
A 15.
Please don't let the siren show up again.
I
no,
like
what is
this.
No.
You take this drink and you suddenly feel like you've gotten really heavy. Like, you first wonder, like, oh, is Bob doing his gravity bollocks again? But it's not Bob. Roll me a D6, please.
5.
Okay, for the next 5 hours, you can only cast your spells whilst prone.
Knock me over! Someone knock me over!
I mean, you can use your movement to go prone.
Just lay down.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna lay
I'm
down.
taking a nap. I'm taking a nap right here.
I'm just gonna
Good
touch
night.
that, like you know.
Okay, you lay down behind Connell.
And then I'm gonna use Starry form once more.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm taking a nap.
I take a nap. Good night.
I'm so tired. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 just hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh god, where's my D8 gone?
Is this you on
that's
your back
it.
being so cute that you just do psychic damage to them?
11.
11. And that's radiant damage, correct?
Yes.
Oh my god!
I'm a shiny girl today.
You are.
Body healed by moonlight.
Princess Feronia of Roshen's Rise. Tell me how this goes down as you cast the finishing blow on this big invading creature.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, I'm so happy. It's literally been months in any of my campaigns that I finally killed something. Oh! Okay, so I'm doing my little bunny rabbit pose, aren't I? While I'm doing this, so I'm just kind of like just staring up at the stars, and like as like I just kind of my fangs. My claws growl. Wait, I can't get my words out. I'm so excited. So I give out a little bit of a purr, and as my nails shine, I let out with each hand an arrow that collides its way up over to Licky Licky Boy. And I like to think that they attack him and kind of like as if he looks like a porcupine in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of with stardust.
You see, as it begins to envelop him, you just hear, "I am one of the regal hunters, a champion of shadow. None will defeat." As he just
Like,
condenses into stardust in front of you
I'm just
all.
gonna point at them and just be like, "This is why you don't monologue in the middle of a battle."
the back with the new woo.
Just appeared, immediately destroyed.
Leaving
Bob talk about monologuing.
Thrash, axe in hand, on the portal as he was like attempting to like carve into its back, just sort of lands on the portal like, what happened? Okay.
Yes.
Connell, what would you like to do?
This shadow dancer, she's gone.
She's seemingly gone.
Did I hear someone mention about breaking crystals?
You did earlier, yes.
Rad. And where are the crystals?
They are on the portal that Thrash is currently stood on.
All right. Well, Connell's gonna like stand like very firm. He's gonna grab the warhammer with his two hands, and he's gonna swing down on the pedestal to try and smash it.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
Okay. I've never done this before, so okay, it's the same to hit, but it's just more damage. Cool. Oh, that is an 18 plus 6, so 24 to hit.
That'll definitely hit. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Sledgehammer.
I love that song.
Okay, so that is a 6 plus 4. 10.
10 damage. As you lunge down with the hammer, you see the crystal immediately shatter and shards fly up in the air and seemingly freeze in place. As at this moment in time seems to slow down. Your movement goes slow. And as you all look forward at the portal, you see the crackling energy from this crystal surrounding where Thrash is stood, who sort of has his one arm up, shielding his face. And just in the little gap where his arm is, you see the dancer reveal itself behind him.
No!
And all of this happens in slow motion. As he begins to lift his arm away, fuck, the dice know how to tell a story. You start to see his face, Thrash's face change. And he slowly starts to look down as you see a crimson start to take colour in his chest piece. And then, much like an alien film, as a shadow blade pierces through his chest armour, and the figure behind smiles, seemingly moving quicker than anyone else. And you all begin to slowly reach forward, attempting to get to him. as all the crystals floating in the air begin to glow brighter and brighter and hotter, and then there's a white flash. And as your vision comes back to you, you find yourself back in the forest where you originally set the trap. Colour seemingly returns to the surroundings. You look forward to the space where the portal was. No sign of Thrash.
Is Captain Madeline still there?
She is. She is stood at the side of you, looking on in horror.
I'll turn to Frike and say, Frike, do you know what's going on here? Like, what? Where's Thrash?
She'll stammer and I don't know.
Connell's gonna like stumble forward, like because he was the closest, so he had his hand out. He's gonna like fall to his knees and just like thrash him, and he's gonna start like digging like the dirt with his like for the next however long he is as a giant, just like skipping dirt and like thrash him. Where'd he go? Where is he? What? He's right here. Where did he go?
You clear more dirt out the way and find nothing but ground, dirt, the occasional worm.
I'm gonna go over to Connell and just kind of like just be there for him. You know? Just reach up to him to say, look, Connell, just I don't know, I can't give you any answers, but let's just I'm here.
He was right there. I could have reached out. He was right there.
I know.
Like, and he's like slapping all the dirt. He's like, right here.
I'm gonna go up to Frank and just be like, what was that portal?
She'll be just stammering and shaking more and just murmuring. I could have attacked her first. I should have gotten to her first before any of this happened.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
She will try to run in the opposite direction, away from everyone.
Okay. Frank just takes off running.
I'm gonna head over to Connell. I'm in sort of like crisis mode right now, like trying to figure out exactly what happened so we can do what we need to get our friend back. I'm gonna head over to Connell and be like, Connell, do you remember what symbols they were? What was going on there? We need to know where he's gone.
Would I have recognized the symbols? Was there anything? I know I wasn't specifically looking out for anything, but is there anything I recall, Patch?
What languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Giant, and Primordial.
There's lots of very weirdly shaped runes on it. That's as much as you understood, unfortunately.
It was just symbols and shapes. I smashed a crystal. I thought that would have done something, but I don't know. Like he was like right here.
Can I try to figure out why time slowed down when he shattered the crystal?
You can make an Arcana check if you wish.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Come on. All right, 17 plus 6, so 23.
23. Chronomancy is something that you're not very well versed in, but you know it's certainly a practiced art of the arcane. And in your studies in the library, there are very little texts, as it's genuinely held as a too risky a subject to pursue. As quite often, the quote that seems to circumnavigate round is that within the study of time and its magical origins, much curiosity lies, which brings much consequence.
Oh, I'm gonna head over to the captain.
Okay.
Just sort of chat with her for a bit, see if there's anything I can do.
She's just sort of stood there, like, watching Connell scream into the ground, trying to figure out what's happened. As she puts her pistol away, sheathes her rapier. Well, that wasn't what I expected to happen. Any ideas?
I do have a bag of sand in my pocket and in my pouch. I'm gonna pull that out and just sort of throw it into the air to see if there's anything where the portal that we saw earlier is. See if there's any sort of weird disturbance.
Sand drifts in the air, slowly settles down to the ground. Nothing that you notice out of the ordinary.
I'm gonna try to see where Frank went.
Okay.
Frank will. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I was just going to say Connell's going to get on his feet and follow Bob to find where Frank is.
Okay. So, Frank, where did you end up?
She'll have tried to run until she's shaking too hard to keep running, and then she'll just fall to her knees and curl in on herself and start crying.
You stay like that until your friends find you?
I think when she's found, because she doesn't try to hide, but she'll maybe hear a few people coming and just... It's me. I'm what they're afraid of. I'm the evil. I'm the shadow.
Surrounded... Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, do we find her?
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna head over and just... Frank, we're here, we've got you, but if there's any chance to save him, we need to know what that thing was.
I haven't... That was the first time in 10 years that I've been back there to see my father's face again.
I know.
I want to help you. All I ever want to do is help, and all I do is...
You don't need to talk if you don't want to, but can you trace the symbols that you saw into the ground?
She'd probably reach for, like, just start drawing in the sand with her finger, tears kind of dripping into the earth. She'll try and recreate the symbol that she saw to the best of her ability.
As you do that, you feel a fuzzy feeling along the side of your other arm. And you look down and Brim's just sort of nuzzled up to your arm. And looks up at you with these big owly eyes. I think what you did there might have been one of the most heroic things I've ever seen. Please don't feel bad. You did so well. I'm only a little owl, but I can't do much. But you're so capable. You're my hero, Frike. And he's going to give you a bardic inspiration.
She'll reach down and sort of gently try to enfold Brim in a hug.
He reciprocates.
Thank you. And she'll look up at each of you in turn and just repeat the sentence. Thank you.
You attempt to recreate the symbols in the sand?
Yeah.
I'll say with the inspiration given to you by Brim and the loving embrace of your newfound family around you, you don't need to roll. You are able to recreate the majority of the symbols that you saw. And you do find comfort in knowing that, as traumatic as this has been, you're not on your own anymore. You're not running on your own anymore. Maybe with the help of this newfound family, you might be able to take a stand to this rather than run in the other direction. And as the camera begins to pull away from our group of now heroes, before we wrap up tonight, one quick little post-credit scene. As the camera pulls up through the treetops, out above Roshen's Rise, and then comes back down elsewhere, through the trees, spiraling through the branches, finds its way to the meditation pool, where we see a figure in golden robes, dark hair, the figure which Reese met, just stood on the surface of the water, impossibly so. As she looks up, she lifts her hand and the trees part, and we see a full moon. And as the light reflects into the water, we see a silhouette underneath the surface. Slowly rises up, breaks the water line, as we see Thrash and Foe gently floating on the surface of the meditation pond. And that is where we'll leave things for this week.
Yay!
I love D&D, guys.
Muffins for Frank. Give all the muffins.
Ladies and gentlemen in chat, can we please just fill the chat with muffins right now for my incredible players? Look at this table of wonderful faces. Do you know how fucking lucky I am? Like, seriously. Look at this. This is incredible. Guys, I'm never gonna stop trying to figure out the right ways just to explain how lucky I am to have you as a team of players. Like, we're 8 sessions in and shit's this fucking good. Like, I love you guys.
Love you too.
Mwah.
The feelings mutual, Patch.
And obviously, we all love you who keep coming in every week to watch us as well. That was a session. So, thank you for following Hearts Gaming. Hope you were able to catch a lot of that session. That was a doozy. First things first, friends. Welcome to level 4.
Yay!
Yay!
Scarlett, thank you for a gift sub to Sneaky Rogue Thief. Yay! Love to both of you guys. You're amazing. So yes, level 4. Go ahead and make your choices for that. If you want to speak to me about it in private, please do. Just send me a DM. And thank you again for another one. Oh, it's your subscription.
Hey.
Thank you, Scarlett. Mwah.
Does that also mean we long rest?
Yes. I will say
I
so.
need to bathe. Do I need to bathe first, though?
You.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do, unfortunately.
Fuck's
Yes,
sake.
Melly, we
Crawl
got
to the ground. Do your magic.
We will come to that in a couple of weeks' time, because next week there will be no standard session of the Rhódania Chronicles taking place. What we will be doing is a session of Lore Junkies, where we all get together like this, but instead of playing through a session, we sit back, relax, get some muffins, maybe a nice cup of tea or something, and we discuss the journey through Rhódania from session 1 to right now. Oh boy, we've got a lot to talk about. If you go onto our Twitter, which you can find in all our social links, there is a pinned tweet at the top where you can submit audience questions for either myself or for the players, and we will cover for them in Lore Junkies next week. It's going to happen at the same time that Rhódania normally does. We hope to see you there. So yeah. This has been fun. So, before we wrap up, let's go around the table once more. Please let us know who you are, who you've played, and yes?
Before we do that, because I want to clarify one thing real quick.
Sure.
I, as Reese, did not follow the group. I stayed at the
Site.
at
Yeah,
the
I was
site where
technically
the
still at the
spring was.
site as well. Oh,
And this event with Thrasham and our level up really solidified my decision and Reese's decision. So as he pulled out his flute and fingered the new etching in his flute and looked at his reflection in the pond that was there at the site, he made his decision to follow and multi-class into Life Cleric.
Yeah!
Yeah, boy!
Amazing.
Go Clerics!
Hell yeah.
Go Clerics!
I'm excited.
amazing.
All right. So,
Okay, now you can continue. Sorry.
yes. So we'll have a discussion each individually in time if you've got any specifics about your leveling up. Meanwhile, let us go around the table and introduce ourselves, who we've been playing, and give us, well, obviously tell us any upcoming things you've got coming up, anything you want to advertise, and, of course, we talk about our favourite moments. So, first things first, Feronia.
Hi, I'm Mai, aka Traumatized, aka Myrit the Pirate. You can find me on all social media platforms as Myrit the Pirate, except on Twitter, I'm Myrit Pirate. I stream every Sunday over on my channel. However, next week I might not be because I might be potentially hungover after a wedding. However, I will be here hopefully as well next Monday, but I'm on holiday next week. So depending how good the Wi-Fi is, I should hopefully be here, at least in sound.
Yeah.
Nothing else coming up apart from seeing these lovely people again on Monday.
Okay. Favorite moment?
Oh, God. Magical girl.
Magical girl.
Finally actually getting into my starry form, if I'm going to be a bit like, oh, this is all about me moment. But yeah, no, that was just fucking epic.
Yeah.
Let's just say that the whole session. Thank you, Pat. Patch. Too
You're
many.
welcome.
Yes, you're amazing too, Pat.
Cheers, Pat.
Anytime, guys. It's a breeze. Matt Mercer, watch out. I'm the DM.
Too many P names, okay?
Mm.
But yeah,
All right.
thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for being part of it, as always. Speaking of Pat.
Hello, I am Patrick, aka Patchen. Sometimes I draw art, but Monday nights I play Connell McGinnisy, Earth Genasi, Runite level 4 fighter. Man, what a session. Quite a lot of interesting stuff. I gotta say, I love. I just love getting on the combat kind of stuff with Connell, because that's where that's the stage, that's where he shines.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's on an avenue now to try and learn how to do a rocket punch without needing assistance. But yeah, suplex and the witch, trapping her fire chains, like those are like really like cool moments for him. But I'm kind of excited to see this new arc of what the fuck actually happened with Thrasham, how it affects Connell going forward, because I think last session they made like a little pact that they were going to do something together, and he was going to be mentored under Thrasham. So yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Interesting things ahead.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Bob.
Well, I'm Kyle. I play Bob. You can find me over at Linktr.ee Allies, doing all the things over there. I think that my favorite moment tonight probably was, I've got to go with the combo move. Like, I always love those when people actually like work together as a team to do crazy things. It makes me very happy. So just being able to do something like that and just slam one creature into another, that's super fun. I also will say I very much enjoyed the fact that this giant monster appeared, did not get to take a single turn, and was destroyed instantaneously.
Pretty much. Yeah, they were not so much fun for me like that, but very fun to watch you guys absolutely outsmart me, which is what I want you to do, so congrats. I was a big fan of that as well. Okay, thank you. Farike.
Hello, I am Bridget, and I play your girl from the Shadowfell, where they're pretty and also terrifying Frike, the way too long death. Monk, Shatterkai, super edgy, super traumatized, and once and for all, Connell Frick wants to say she's very sorry. Because, yeah, she's gonna be having some stuff to process. Nothing else to plug, really, other than being here and being a part of this amazing story.
Any favorite moments?
Right. Well, that was the first time I cried on stream, so that was... it's beautiful and tragic as it was, I really enjoyed that.
It was amazing. Thank you for that. Thank you for allowing yourself to be vulnerable. It was special.
Welcome to the crying crew.
It's 3 out of 5 now.
Yeah. All right, thank you. And Reese.
Hey everyone. Hi. I am Wyatt Larson. I play Reese. You can find me on pretty much all social medias under The Moonkeep. Oh man, so much has happened. So yesterday was our finale for Legends of Alos. If you were there and you watched that and saw how incredibly emotional that was, yeah. Thank you for being there. And if you're going to go over and watch that, please be warned, and with a disclaimer, it was all consensual. Everything happened under friends, under one table, and it was immensely fun. I cried so much for like 2 hours straight. So, yeah. Let's see. Beyond that, I have a Patreon up. I have merchandise for the Moonkeep. I am now a official cast member of Off the Beaten Path musical. It's a musical based on D&D. So if you want to go check that out, offthebeatenpathmusical.com. All the shows are through Zoom and each ticket is free. So if you'd like to just watch, you're more than welcome to come and watch. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, really, really, really big things are happening over the next couple years, for the Moonkeep. And just stay tuned. I am so excited. My favorite part, I have to say, I will say my least favorite part is I am so emotional right now because yesterday and today, so I'm like, fuck, cool, we're gonna go cry in bed. But my favorite part was character development, because even though it's emotional, character development is huge. So with Frike, character development there, with Connell, lots of character development, Reese, multi-classed, lots of, amazing character development there. So I have to say that's my favorite part, is seeing how the characters are developing and moving forward from where we started. In only 8 sessions. So, yeah.
Amazing.
So, anyway.
Thank you very much. And I've been Patch, your ever humble dungeon master. You can find me here all the time. You can also find me over on QuestJunkiesUK every couple of weeks, playing Kellen Sturgrove, the sassy yet classy Order of Scribes Kalishtar wizard in Center Tyranny. You can also see me for the next month or so playing Io, the Air Genasi Way of the Four Elements monk in the High Seas Spelljammed, a Spelljammer-esque campaign over again at QuestJunkiesUK. You see me be my teenage anime protagonist self. This Sunday, you can head on over to the ever wonderful folks at Legends of Alos, who were just mentioned by Reese, as they take a break from giving Reese emotional damage and move it over to me as I take part in the ever fabulous Sky McSparkle's second one-shot on the channel. That's this Sunday, 8 p.m. British Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Come watch me be a very over-asthmatic wizard who's absolutely going to get murdered, whether it be by evil creatures or just an asthma attack. There's only one way to find out. But I hope to see you there. And my favourite moment. This question gets harder and harder for me to answer every week because, again, I just keep saying, you don't realise how lucky I am to be sat in this seat doing this every week. It is the best thing in the whole world. If I had to pick a particular moment, I think, just as a personal note, just reviewing the battle map and seeing how excited everyone was, like, for me, that's like, that's hours of my work successful, just seeing the excitement on everyone's faces, and yeah, that made me feel real good. So Thank you, guys.
I loved it.
Thank you.
And thank you, everyone at home, for tuning in. We hope you continue joining us every week for this story that now continues to expand. Obviously, next week we are doing Lore Junkies, so get your audience questions in. You can submit them on the Discord as well. So that does it for us. I'd just, again, like to throw out a big thank you and love to everybody. And just mirroring some wise words from a wise graviturgist. It's the thing about stories. If they don't change you in some small way, they're just not worth telling. And I hope these stories that we tell change you just that little bit for the better, because they certainly do for us. So I'm going to love you and leave you with that. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.